about changing locations and shit. Man, into this motherfucking bag. Stand on the way I made. Sacrificing time for this shit. Man, I got a plan. Tried to tell niggas years ago. They ain't understand. Riding by myself and it's cool. I'm all in my head. Everything in life you can't replace. I build relationships. Pretty little smile make a nigga wanna lock it in. We met the same time I lost a friend. We should try again. You been on my mind. You should hop in. I ain't gon' hurt you, baby girl. You know we locked in. Used to be on FaceTime calls on the regular. Never made time, landed on my busy schedule. Now every time I hit the bay, you know I think of you. Working on your brand, love, you know that I.
Yeah, it's goddess. And I'm a day one type of girl. Ain't nothing wishy-washy over here. I don't jump around, stick to one side. Yeah, the silver, the blue, we got them in their feelings. That star on the field, come pay the D a visit. They say it's hatred, is it? I call it hate and simping. Cause if we wasn't that hating, they wouldn't be in our business. Listen, West Coast say the water tastes better. The fan base go harder, and all the ladies get wetter. Yeah, that's how it is when you straight reppin' for Dallas. We get it in the trap, and landlord tell us what's happening. No explanations in no shape, form, or fashion. When Henny drop the stats, ain't nothing else to be asking. Them numbers don't lie, that's why your argument dry. And we still got them rings, you got your eyes on our prize. Whether an eagle, a giant, or a commando, you in the parking lot crying, we in the Lambo. We stay in our bag, we run it up in the draft. You still talking about the 90s, so who's stuck in the past? Get off me, and I'ma need you 6 feet back. And we ain't hearing nothing till your team beat that. And we ain't scared of running, what you thought, we bleed that. It's only one team over here, that's Cowboys, believe that. Yeah, this you got is the poet. Big up West Coast Cowboy, HTM Sports, and Landlord from Alabama. Y'all check them boys out. Now don't play around with the Cowboys content. Yeah, and you know it's DC. Yeah, DC4L.
31 teams in the NFL. His system is designed to stop 25 teams.
Shit, I need a linebacker that's over 200 pounds. I need a defensive tackle that you got to pull away from the buffet. He's gone, so no.
Let's talk about that.
But yeah, that's a large part. That's a large part of
I
your
gotta
team.
make this point because I ain't gonna lie, I forgot about it until you mentioned it. So I gotta get this out before it flees me, and the nation needs to hear this.
And we are live. What's good with y'all, man? It's your boy, Henny DeMoore, reporting live from the liquor store, man. How's everybody doing? You know, happy Monday. I say that a little tongue-in-cheek. I know y'all took y'all asses back to work today. I know your boss probably been stressing you out. Your co-workers ain't worth a damn. They got you doing all the heavy lifting. But it's all good, man. You know you off now. It's past 6 o'clock. Or if it ain't, you know, it's 6 o'clock somewhere in the world. So slide your ass down to the liquor store and come get drunk with your boy, Henny DeMoore. And listen, we even sell holy water now. Because we have the most malevolent, evil, conniving entity in the world on the screen with me right now. To my left, Landlord from Alabama, the most diabolical creature that God ever crafted.
Possibly.
Possibly?
What's so crazy is though, like after doing shows with you, I don't think nobody can insult me worse. Like I'm like bulletproof for all other insults for the rest of my life. I'm good. I'm cool. Like if they say anything, I can honestly say I've been called worse. So hey, you did a good thing. You done good.
Yeah, hey, listen, man. They say that the words of a friend can be trusted. So
That's messed up. That's messed up. So he mean this shit.
Hey, man, I'm just saying, you know, when you come around, there's a cold chill in the air. You know, animals flee, and you know,
they should,
and babies cry. So you know, I'm not saying that you're the Antichrist. I'm just saying you fit the description.
Hey. Let's change the subject real quick. How about Mr. Brian Schottenheimer and his discipline? That's the theme of this portion of the show seems like, because y'all know I got my antennas up on Brian. believe it or not, I am very fond of what Brian Schottenheimer has been presenting to us. I just don't want to give it to him easy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not easy. I'm not giving it up. You know what I'm saying? I'm not giving the Kool-Aid and the belief. I'm not giving it to him that easy, sir. I'm sorry. So I'm going to keep pressure on him. I'm going to keep my foot on his neck so we can make sure we get what we want out of this equation. We want to maximize this opportunity. I feel like Brian got a good potential to be a good coach, and we don't want him slacking or lacking. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to make sure he stay on his P's and Q's, stay sharp, and stay smooth. That's what I'm on.
Yes, indeed. And he got to tell me something after what happened in that preseason game, man.
You got some splaining to do.
You
Black
damn sure
people
got
know
some
what that
explaining
say.
to do.
They know what that means, splaining. You ain't even used the E at all, just splaining. You got some splaining to do, sir.
Yeah, it was wild, man. There was a lot of decisions made I did not agree with. I felt that Tyler Booker should have played. You know, I felt that Joe Milton should have been given more plays that actually fit his skill set. You know, I didn't like that we came out and we passed the ball 6 straight times, went 3 and out twice. There's a lot of shit I didn't like. The only reason I gave him a D. The only reason was not a flat out F, because he was getting guys wide open on the play designs, and Joe Milton was just throwing nothing but reds out there. Y'all play Madden, y'all play NCAA. If you get that red meter, you done fucked up on the throw. It ain't going nowhere near what a wide receiver is, man. So that what was going on with Joe Milton. So that's why it wasn't a complete F for me, but it was a failing grade. They say C's get degrees, but D's, you are damn out of luck. So for real. So I want to hear from Schotty on what he got to say for himself, man. So we gonna start right here, man. We ain't gonna listen to the whole damn interview. We got little cliff notes on where he starts talking about certain shit, and we gonna just slip in and out from those locations, man. So let's start and see what he says right here. And I think it's about the penalties and shit right here. I think he's talking about the penalties right here. So let me go ahead and mute the elevator music that the liquor store is most well known for. And we're going to hear Schotty ramble on and, tell us what happened.
Let's do it.
The penalties with the offense, 6 pre-snap penalties, that wasn't great. Some of the sideline substitution wasn't very clean. And then, the thing I talked to the guys about is seizing momentum. As you go through the preseason games when, you obviously want to win, but it doesn't go against your record when you lose or if you win. But you have to learn how to grab momentum. And there was a couple opportunities in that second half where I felt like we had a chance to grab momentum, and Clarence, we really didn't do it. So, we turn the ball over, and then Iz goes out there. He makes a great interception. We get the ball back. We miss a deep cross, and we go 3 and out. Well, that's a lost opportunity for momentum. Then on the other end of it, we drive down the field, put together a nice drive early in the fourth quarter, score a touchdown, and make it a 24-14 game, and the defense goes out there and allows a 5 or 6 play touchdown drive. Like, momentum swings in the National Football League and in competitive sports is huge, and our guys need to understand how to maximize those opportunities, because so much can be gained from swings and momentum and things like that. So I thought the guys played really, really hard. They really did. They competed hard, for 60 minutes, and definitely a lot of things to clean up. But we spent a lot of time today on the things that we need to improve, which I hit most of those as a general team.
All right, so what you feel about Schotty right there when he was speaking about, the penalties and, how they didn't really seize momentum when the time was right for the, to try to get back into the game?
Yeah, I would say, maybe he should do a mojo moment. You know what I'm saying? Like Mike McCarthy. But nah, man. I believe it was a good idea to emphasize those moments like that a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we understand we threw all the kilos in Mike McCarthy's car before he left. We understand he's the scapegoat. But at the same time, we can't say that everything was wrong. I liked the little mojo moment. It was kind of corny, but it also emphasized those important situations in the game, right or wrong. That's all you want to do. That's all you want to do is make sure these players are ready for it when that moment comes. You know what I'm saying? And don't be nervous or shying away from anything. That's why you make sure you get a lot of reps in, so when that big moment comes, you won't be nervous. Hey, I forget which quarterback said this. It might have been either Joe Montana or Johnny Unitas. One of these great quarterbacks said this, so somebody let me know if you know. But I remember the quote, and they said, you can't be nervous about doing something if you know what you're doing. So I liken that to when, think about it, if you was doing a number of things in front of 1 million people, you might be nervous. Mm-hmm. What if you was just chewing gum in front of 1 million people? Like, would you be nervous then? Sure. Nah. Would you be nervous tying your shoe in front of 1 million people? You probably wouldn't, not. Because it's you know what you're doing, right? So I think that's the beauty of practice makes perfect, and repetition helps you become as close to perfect as humanly possible. And that's what I think it's about, man. So, hey, we need to figure out how they could be ready and prepared in those moments. And I think the best avenue to get there is a whole bunch of reps.
Yeah, repetition, is really the only way you can learn a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to have time on task, as they say. So, I'm not sure what they emphasize in practice, but they damn sure didn't do a good job of being disciplined. And to be fair to Schotty, I know that, for, different things, he makes them run, you drop balls and shit like that, you got to do push-ups. So he is trying to instill discipline. I just haven't seen it translate just yet. They ain't got the shit off the ground the way that I wanted it to, but we'll see what happens, as it progresses.
One part I do like is Schotty was not shying away from owning up to that accountability. He basically said that, no, not basically. I probably can quote him. He basically said, "An undisciplined team is my fault. It's the head coach." He said this is the head coach's responsibility to make sure he has a disciplined team.
Correct.
He said those words exactly. So, if he feel like that when it happens, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you put the blame where it go. He said it's him. So, hey, we need to make sure we see improvements in that area.
All right. So, as a matter of fact, I think he talks about, the discipline, some more discipline shit right here. This next.
Talk about sideline substitutions. Do you take that personally as the head coach?
Of course. Yeah, I mean, like, to have 6 pre-snap penalties on the offense is awful. It's awful, and it's not going to be accepted. Like, we're not going to allow that to happen. We're told the guys today, if you're going to commit pre-snap penalties, which means I can't line up the right way as an offensive lineman, I shave my motions, and, we're not going to play you. Why? Because why would you put yourself at a disadvantage and say, hey, I'm going to cost myself 5 yards here and next, and again, the officials did a good job. They were trying to warn us, and so we went back and we've defined again, second time, hit the define the way we talk about our offensive lineman, alignment, level 1, level 2, all those things, but if we're not a disciplined football team, that starts with me as a head coach and the coaching staff.
See that?
You said you're not going to tolerate it. How does that manifest itself? What does that look like, not tolerating?
Yeah, guys don't play.
Hold on,
Doesn't mean
wait a
CD
minute,
shaves,
wait a
I'm
minute,
taking them out
wait a
forever.
minute.
Yeah,
Clarence,
listen.
shout out to Clarence here. He's so messy for that question, but I love it. You know what I'm saying? Because he like, all this general talk, it won't be tolerated. Like, you just bluffing until you actually say what you mean. Clarence said, so how would that manifest? Like, what you mean? Like, hey, say it with your chest. Schotty said they won't play. And I love that, man. You need to snatch some of these boys by their collar. Now, will front office allow him to be that gangster? We'll have to see. Because he going to specify, like, hey, I ain't going to keep telling the interview, but he going to specify what happened and what he meant by that. But at the same time, of course, we understand there's certain people that's just made men on this team. Like, you not snatching CeeDee Lamb out the game for long. You not snatching Dak Prescott out the game. You just not doing that. You know what I'm saying? It won't happen. So, but I feel like damn near anybody else, you know what I'm saying? Damn near anybody else should be able to get snatched by their collar and escorted off the field if you're doing stupid stuff. And you know what I'm saying? You still gonna lash out at CeeDee and Dak for doing stupid stuff too now. Like, they ain't getting away clean, scot-free. But we understand that that's really just not, You know what I'm saying? That's not
Plausible.
reality. That's not real. But go ahead.
You're not sitting your starting quarterback and your starting wide receiver. But anybody else, though, like
They
like
can
you
get
said, it's a possibility. Well, starting left tackle too. You're gonna get your quarterback killed. Like
Yeah.
they're like punishing your quarterback. You take left tackle.
You know what I'm saying? It just serves
like-
y'all within reality. I feel like he's gonna hold them accountable within reality and without hurting the team. That's the best way I feel like he should be able to do it.
Yeah, I agree. I agree wholeheartedly with that statement, man. Because you got to do something. It gotta come to a head to where there are real consequences for fucking up in a football game.
Facts.
There's consequences to everything else in life. If I break the law, I can expect to either go to jail, get fined, or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So it got to be the same way, on the football field. It's still a job. It's still, you still got a chain of command. If you ain't following orders, doing what you're supposed to do, you're supposed to be penalized for that shit.
See, that's the type of energy I needed too, because I looked at him as this friendly, nice guy. You know what I'm saying? But as long as he being disciplined, you ain't got no word. I ain't got nothing to say about you. As long as you lashing out at these people and holding them accountable, because I understand that that's one of the attributes of a champion. You got to be disciplined. You got to be accountable. Those are championship type words right there. And if your team don't echo none of that, you don't have much of a team, I'll say. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not gonna be very good if they can't be accountable for their actions. So I love it. This is the type of stuff that got me with Schotty. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know a lot of people hear me talk crazy about Schotty, but like I said, I'm just trying to keep him on his P's and Q's. I'm trying to stay on mine. I don't want to get too lost in the sauce where I can't be critical or I don't see none of the flaws or the things that we need to be warned about. So that's where I'm coming from with it.
I agree with you wholeheartedly, man. I agree with that. So let's continue on, man. Let's continue on and see what else you got to say. Cause matter of fact, fuck, we're gonna skip ahead into this interview. I want to see what this nigga had to say about Joe Milton. Joe didn't play good. Like originally when we first were gonna do the show, I had all this stuff lined up. We were gonna talk about how sorry Joe Milton was, and we're gonna laugh at him and shit. Not really laugh at him, I'm just talking shit. But we just gonna hear it from the horse's mouth. Cause I ain't gonna hold you. I was very disappointed in what I saw from Joe Milton, and I just want to see what his coach got to say about how he performed, and if we're gonna get better.
And we actually talked about that with the quarterbacks, and it was just good. Hey, how can I help you? He was revved up. A lot of those guys get revved up. First preseason game, want to go and set the world on fire, and it's not about that, And that goes for play callers too. Like, hey, let's let's go put 50 on these guys. It's like, no, not that. But I think he settled down and he found his rhythm, and I kind of went over there and joked with him on a couple things, and in the second half, and that talking to him, it kind of settled him down a little bit, and I think that's part of the relationship, and that's why you guys always ask about the relationship with me and Dak, and Joe's an incredible competitor, and such a bright future. But I'm still learning him different than Dak and how to communicate with him, and really good meetings today with the guys.
We talked a little bit last week about wide receiver 3. What are you hoping to see out of Jalen Tolbert as the rest of it?
Because I'm gonna be quite frank. And Lando, I'm finna show something real quick. I know this is sort of off topic. I'm finna show something real quick, and we'll get back to the interview. Cause this is the shit that concerns me. If I can just get to this one specific clip, and we'll talk about it. I'll walk y'all niggas through what I saw, and why I'm fucking concerned about Joe Milton a little bit. All right, that's the play. So I'm gonna let this one run, and then I'll show the play I'm talking about. I'm finna pause it once it gets there. Cause this shit is disturbing to me, landlord. All right, so Land, do you remember what I sent you last night?
Yeah.
The screenshot. So this is the first play of offense for the Dallas Cowboys. This is the first play of offense for the Dallas Cowboys, up against them. So they're going to be running a zone. They're going to be bringing 5 people. And they're going to be playing a zone behind it. The tight end who is lined up on the line of scrimmage is going to chip, release, and he's going to run like a tight end option, or it might just be a regular sit route. But it's the perfect call against zone coverage. He's going to be wide the fuck open. Joel Milton is going to see him. Watch what happens. Keep your eyes, at the tight end right here at the line of scrimmage. He's finna get open right there. He's sitting down. He missed the throw. And
Go back on that right quick. Go back real quick. Because when you miss throws like that, it's 99.9% of the time, it's your mechanics. So I know his mechanics was terrible. Let's see.
bro, he's trying to escape from pressure that's not even there.
Look, that's my point. Look, right now, he's standing tall and strong. What happened?
This thing be jumping around by too many second intervals, so I'm trying to get back to it.
Okay. But if you go back and look at his mechanics.
Well, watch it from the pocket view. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about.
This it?
Yeah, this is looking right directly in the pocket.
Okay, check him out now. Look at his mechanics. He was perfectly fine for the first 2-3 seconds. Go ahead.
Because they're going to bring
You
five.
just got to hang in there. That's the thing about athletic quarterbacks that's not aware like that. Pause it real quick.
See,
That's the thing about athletic quarterbacks who don't trust their skill set yet as a passer because you bail way too quick. If he would have just stood tall, because like you said, he don't have pressure yet. But in their mind, it's like, I'm an athlete. I got to run. I can run. You know what I'm saying? But you forget about the first task is to find the open person. If he would have stood there and delivered a easy ball to Schoonmaker, that would have been a good rep.
Yep. Because look, they brought 5, but 1, 2, 3, 4. They got hat on the hat. Everybody secured. He's running from pressure that's not there. Matter of fact, this is like a damn corner they brought. He's not finna beat this is a tackle. That corner's not finna beat that tackle and get to you, bro. He got his hands on him. It's over with. And he doesn't trust it. He gonna end up throwing this ball on the move. He's not set. That's why the ball sails.
Exactly. Could you go back a second or two?
I'm going to try because this shit is. Hold on.
But you really don't have to if you think it's going to mess it up. But the point of it was, of course, his mechanics was bad because he was moving in the opposite direction and tried to throw it back. So, yeah, that's not going to work when you not that good at that already. You know what I'm saying? You badly making throws while you in perfect mechanics. You know what I'm saying? While you in a perfect stance to make the throw. But of course, for you to be running the opposite way and throwing it off your back foot and off of one foot, like that's just not a smart way to do it. And then, like I said, if you would have been standing tall in that pocket, you would have made a great play.
Yeah, so that's why I'm a little hesitant because that is a regular ass throw. That was a regular throw.
Read.
Yeah, like that's a basic tight end option, or maybe it's a spot route. If it's designed from the goal. Either way, it's something designed to beat the zone.
Really should have went back and looked at his progression because like that might have been one of your first reads. That's probably why the only reason he went back to it.
Ain't no telling.
Because it don't make sense, bro.
So shit, that what concerns me about him. Listen, there's a whole bunch of bad throws by Joe Milton, that we can break down. I'm just not finna do it. I'm gonna make a little video at a different time about that maybe. But yeah, Joe Milton scares me a little bit because that's a simple throw, and that's why. I'm not too down on Schotty's play calling because it was fine. That's a regular ass pass. That's a regular ass concept to beat what they called up.
See, most of my grades was initial, and then on top of that, it was overall. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really breaking it down from play calling and all of that play design and all that good stuff. I was just doing it off first impressions and the overall body of work of what I seen on that lonely Saturday. You know what I'm saying?
Only Saturday is crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. But let's hear Schotty, because that's enough for Joe for right now. And for all you folks that thought that Joe finna come take somebody's job, he might lose his to Will Greer while y'all up here yapping. So we gonna, cause listen, in this same interview, he does not take the time to say that Joe Milton is the backup quarterback. I'm just gonna go ahead and tease you with that one.
I think, JT's a guy that I like to challenge because I know anytime I challenge him, he steps up and accepts the challenge. Had a great punt return, got called back because of a penalty, the 20-something yard punt return. That was cool to see. I think the consistency of it. I mean, anytime a guy comes out of off a season where he has 7 touchdown passes, leads the team, I mean, he's just a guy that's going to always do right. He's going to block. He's so selfless and just a great teammate. And it's no surprise he was really trained by Brandon Cooks, because in reality that's what B. Cooks is, and it's just like the consistency that those guys play at and how they help you win. Sometimes it's not in the stat book or the stat line. It's just they do plays 4, 5, 6 a game that you're like, whether it's a block, whether it's a cover down, whether it's a catch on a 3rd down conversion, and you go, man, we probably don't win the game if it wasn't for that play by JT.
Pause it real quick. That was a good little soliloquy right there. But, for me, it just sounds like he's so in love with the person. Not like no weird stuff. But you know what I'm saying? Like, most of the things that he talked about was personality traits to me. You see what I'm saying? Like, Jalen Tolbert is a great guy, and he's a great teammate. You know what I'm saying? But it's a little different when it comes to his ability and stuff. You see what I'm saying? Because he said he had 7 touchdown passes. Yeah, of course he meant catches. But he still said 7 touchdown catches. That was a rough year. Now, we feel like he probably could have did better if he would have been with Dak. So I'm not discounting that. I'm just saying, bro, like, it feels like most of the attributes that he listed was personal stuff. Like, that's my guy type stuff. Opposed to it being football.
All right, I'm not going to defend Jalen Tolbert, but I'm going to say some nice shit about Jalen Tolbert that's football related.
Please.
All right. Off-script stuff, he is Dak Prescott's best friend. He will get open. He make plays in the scramble drill. He does that consistently. He does not have average speed. He was a 4.4 guy coming out of college. Like you said, by hook or crook, I know the guys went down. I know there was shit that happened. He did lead your team in receiving yards. So, that does count for, receiving touchdowns. That does count for something.
True.
And, that's about it. But,
I thought you had more. That's crazy. That's all you got. You pulled out everything you had for JT, man.
Hey,
and then he came on the show. I'll throw you one more. And then he came on the show. You know what I'm saying?
We try to do nothing that with personality. He a good dude.
He low key a GOAT. You feel me? So yeah,
he a good dude. That's why I don't try to say nothing. I'm not trying to say nothing negative. I'm trying to throw him a bone.
Yeah, throw him a little bone, but I just don't. I'm afraid of stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? If I ask you about a player, I don't want to hear about how good of a person he is. You know what I'm saying? That ain't the first thing I want to hear. I'll say that. I ain't saying that it ain't valuable, because it is valuable. But if I asked you about CeeDee Lamb, what's the first thing you're gonna start talking about?
Oh, how amazing his route running is.
Catching the ball.
Physical at the point of attack, his versatility, being able to play in the slot, being able to play outside, the consistency of which he produces. He done being a multi-time All-Pro, multi-time Pro Bowler.
Availability, he's most of the time always there. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of stuff that you will name.
Versatility, you can hand the ball off to him. There's a bunch of stuff that's football-wise you can mention with CeeDee
It's a lot of stuff you would name before you get to how he is as a person.
And I don't know if we like CeeDee Lamb as a person. I think, you know what I'm saying?
You see what I'm saying? That it don't matter because he's such a good football player. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the reason we here. We here because CeeDee Lamb is good at playing football. We here because Jalen Tolbert should be good at playing football. That's the only reason we here. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying I want a bunch of Karl Malones playing on this team. But at the same time, I mean, hey, 1 or 2 calls might get you a championship. I'm just saying. Like, 1 or 2 assholes, 1 or 2 pieces of you know what might get you a championship, man.
Yeah, man.
Because you remember, I think what it is, man, and I'm going to be done with it. I think what it is giving me PTSD from Jason Garrett years. Them our guys. Like, that was really Jason Garrett right there. Like, that was him, like, my kind of guy. You remember they wanted all them choir boys and shit in the locker room and stuff. All that nice, happy shit. And we got a nice, happy L and a nice, happy 8-8 season and a nice, happy one and done in the playoffs. Like, listen, sir, that ain't really how you do it. I ain't never been on a team full of people who in the choir and they singing in harmony and shit. Like, the teams that I've been on, you gonna have a fight over there in the corner, somebody probably gambling over there. Then, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all might have a bet going, or who gonna catch the most passes today, or who gonna get the hardest hit. Like, a football locker room is not supposed to be all nice, bro. Like, you're supposed to get the fighting in there every now and then. Like, that's football,
Once
bro.
in a blue moon. Once in a blue moon.
That's football to me.
Yeah, I feel you though. I don't think there's any team. Look at the '90 Cowboys. Like they finna have the documentary. They're gonna be cocaine and bitches everywhere. When that documentary come on, Michael Irvin gonna be narrating. Gonna have the white shit still on his nose, man. It's gonna be amazing. But point being, you know, the Dallas Cowboys did not have choir boys in the '90s. The Kansas City Chiefs do not have choir boys. Like, folks go to jail over there all the time. You know what I'm saying? Shit happens all the time. Rasheed Rice out here racing, you know, C8 Corvettes and Maybachs and shit. You know?
Exactly.
You know, like, hell, the reason that Kelsey fell where he fell, he got caught with the weed in college.
You see what I'm saying? Like, bro, choir boys don't get it done. And, like, no offense to people in the choir. Y'all know exactly what I mean. Like, the good old boy that ain't never did nothing wrong, never got smart, never raised his voice.
If they super
just
dope,
don't get it.
If they super dope, they can play on the team. You know, that's like a Steph Curry. You know, like,
yeah,
Steph
we
Curry,
want
the
you on the
boy.
team. We
I'm
just saying that it can't be. It can't be everybody that's acting like that.
That's my point. Like, you still got Draymond over that bitch.
Yeah, you still gotta have some ignorant niggas over there somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta have some. That's all I'm saying.
Nah,
that's what I
with
think. I got PTSD from the nice choir boy our guys philosophy of Jason Garrett and them. Like, I hated that.
I mean, we ain't gonna sit here and act like we got choir boys on this team though.
Nah, we don't.
You got Sam.
Sam is a gangster. I'm gonna let y'all know that right now.
You seen the shit that happened with Turpin?
Turpin gangster too, yeah.
Micah had that off field shit up there at Penn State. There was some wild shit. He was on some Christian Wilkins shit.
Yeah.
Dak was drinking and driving. You know he
don't do that at home, people. But yeah, I don't know why that was funny, but yeah.
He said, "Please don't do it at home.
Please don't do it at home. Like, don't do that."
Let's see what like Liz. So, like, there's not just straight choir boys on here, but we need some more gangsters. You can
never have too many gangsters.
Yeah, you can never have too many gangsters.
On a football team, you know what I'm saying? We need a gangster party like Snoop and them, like Snoop and Pop. You feel me? Like, that's the type of energy you need, man. Because, well, I think when we talk about gangster stuff, like, what we mean is somebody who is not scared. Somebody who is fearless. Like, you don't have to be black to be a gangster. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be young to be a gangster. If somebody is literally, like, ready to take on whatever he got to take on and do it like a G, he's a gangster. You know what I'm saying? If he's ready to show up at that moment, that's gangster. And that's the type of people we need on this team, man.
I agree. I damn sure agree. All right, let's keep going, man. We're going to break a little bit more of this down before we get the hell out of Dodge, because we do have to drop more content for y'all good people.
Absolutely.
All right. Let's see. All right, so let's see what he's talking about in terms of the aftermath of the game. So I think that's at, like, number 24. We'll play that shit, and then we'll slide on the hell out of Dodge.
Let's do it.
And it's 24:08. Boom. All right.
Imagine you'd probably like to talk to your dad. Who did you talk to as you kind of decompressed, reflected in the hours after the game?
I talked to my wife. I talked to a couple of the guys on staff. Actually, I'll make fun of myself here for a second. So after the game was over, I did the team prayer. I called them up. I talked to the guys, and I decided I was going to do the team prayer because obviously my faith is really important to me. Well, I went straight Ricky Bobby on them, and I actually cursed. Yeah.
Now you
Okay, I cursed. I think I asked God to help us in the red zone. Said damn, we left some opportunities out there. So I fired myself from doing the post-game prayer. I will not be doing that anymore. We played the clip for the guys. I said, hey, let's talk about accountability because we got to address this. We got to get this fixed. And we played the whole clip of Will Ferrell at the kitchen table doing the prayer where he's talking to baby Jesus and all that stuff. And I think everybody knew because I think Sam Williams was like, afterwards, he said to Dak, he goes, can you swear during the prayer? So I have fired myself. I will no longer be doing the post-game prayer. Chalk that one up that when you're that emotional and there's the ups and downs of a game, you don't need to be the one talking to God. So that's something that we, good, better, how, we after action report and we've got cleaned up.
Sam, no,
it's either
Sam.
gonna be a team chaplain or someone a little bit more.
You can't swear during the prayer, Sam. No. Sam probably thought it was a goal now.
Man, who would you have leading these niggas in prayer? We had to choose one nigga. I know this is all
On the team?
On the team.
It's a lot of new people. I don't know these niggas like that.
I don't know these niggas.
I definitely thought of Brandon Cooks first, but Brandon Cooks ain't here no more.
Yeah, you
So
got to call him on conference call.
Yeah, I have Brandon Cooks to come over here and pray for these niggas. Hey, real talk. Brandon Cooks would have been a good candidate, but right now, let me see. I love comedy, so I have Turpin doing it just to hear his voice and mess up everybody and piss off everybody. Like, it'll be great. Because, God, man, and then God, man.
God is real, dog.
God is real. God a real nigga, dog. Real talk, man.
Like, hold on, Turpin, hold on.
I'm just talking about God, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we do. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that's. I just have him just to mess with everybody. Who you taking?
I'm gonna take Dak. He seems like the most responsible nigga on the team.
Dak is the most level-headed guy on the team. Yeah, you got a good one. That's an easy way out, though. Get somebody other than Dak. Live a little, nigga. Live a little.
Live a little. All right, we gonna get Micah to do.
Micah? Oh no, Micah can speak. He a podcaster. He can talk, but
He can talk.
I don't know how that's gonna work out.
we gonna see how that shit go.
That'll be crazy.
Yeah, because the answer, listen, you don't gonna say Sam. It's never gonna be
Sam gonna be like, you know what I'm saying, on God. Like, how you gonna say on God while in the prep?
Like, on God, them niggas know what's going on out here, man. We gonna sack all these niggas in the name of the Lord.
On God, I'm getting about 10 sacks. Like, hold on, bro. Wait a minute, Sam. Relax. You don't even know.
I swear before God, Rip, throw no flag on me, boy.
Now, I wish one person would try to block me on God. I'm like, hold on, Sam. Wait a minute, man. But yeah, man.
In Jesus' name, amen.
That's the end of the prayer. I hope all my ops drop in Jesus' name, amen. Like, wait a minute. You can't be praying on that, bro. What you got going on? You are insane, sir. God know my heart. God know my heart. But nah, man. That'll be an interesting prayer. I would love to hear Cavante Turpin do it, though. That'll be hilarious.
Man. You had to leave Turbo alone, man.
Deuce Vaughn might do a little prayer. You know what I'm saying? Amen. That's his prayer. Amen.
We can't have, because God don't listen to Deuce Vaughn. Because he was people praying too much to grow, and God just stopped listening.
He got tired of him.
He got tired. He prayed for the same thing every night.
So I'm a real boy.
Nigga, action figure.
Man, we sorry, Deuce, man. But it is what it is. But, hey, man, I think this was a good one again, man. We got to give it out to the people. Hey, make sure y'all hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge your card, I promise. And, hey, If you want to support, make sure you hit us up. We got the cash outs right there at the bottom. Hey, man, make sure you support your independent content creators because can't nobody keep it as real as us. And we can only do this for a limited amount of time because you know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all sponsor the show, so if we can't keep it real, we're going to have to do something else. You know what I'm saying? Like, we couldn't do this without y'all, man. So that's how it is. But, hey, man, we appreciate all the love and support. Hey, make sure you drop a like, drop a comment, and give us some feedback on these videos, man. We appreciate y'all.
Yes, indeed, man. And hey, y'all know what it is. It's your boy Henny DeMoore reporting live from the liquor store. We live damn near every day, man. So I ain't gonna hold you. Just turn your notifications on, and you will find some damn good Dallas Cowboys content. That's all I can say about.
It's go time, baby.
Real shit. So hey, thank y'all for everything. Hit those cash apps, hit those likes, hit those shares, hit those subs for the love. And in the word of West Coast Cowboy, man, never look down because the stalk is up. Peace.
Peace.